always leaned on becomes the one you're afraid Tolos. Join me as I navigate the delicate dance of love, grief, and the bittersweet journey of finding oneself while supporting someone you adore. My name is Clara Morgan, and I've always found solace in being there for others. Growing up in a home infused with love, I learned early on the importance of being a reliable support system. My parents worked tirelessly, my mother balancing 2 jobs while my father labored in construction. Being the youngest of 4 in a lively household, I took on the role of mediator, striving to keep the peace while nurturing the bonds that made our family strong. After college, I became a guidance counselor, pouring my heart into helping students navigate their emotional landscapes. However, nothing prepared me for the emotional whirlwind that hit when my sister Rachel lost her husband tragically. Her son Jet, only 12 at the time, faced a world that felt far too heavy for his small shoulders, one forever altered by grief and longing for a father. In the wake of that loss, he found myself stepping in to support Rachel and Jet in whatever way I could. I promised my sister I would be there for her, attending every soccer game, cheering Jet on during school plays, and making sure he still found joy in the little things. As the weeks turned into months, I believed I was helping him cope with his loss. What I didn't realize was how dangerously the line was blurring between family support and something far more complex. As Jet transitioned into a handsome young man, our bond began to evolve. I remembered one warm summer afternoon watching him practice soccer in the park. He had grown noticeably taller, his athleticism shining through. He raced down the field, my heart swelled with pride, but at that moment, it also ignited a feeling that I couldn't quite define. As he turned to share an exuberant smile with me from across the field, I felt a wave of emotions crash over me, leaving me breathless. What began as innocent gestures, a light touch on the shoulder, a shared laugh, soon transformed into something much deeper. The laughter came more easily, and with it grew an intimacy I had no to anticipated. One evening, caught up in the mint and the swirling emotions we had both been suppressing, I leaned in to kiss him, a brief touch off lips that shattered the dam holding back our true feelings. The shock that followed was palpable. Jet eyes widened and an electric silence enveloped us, but instead of stepping back, he stepped closer, drawn in by a force that was unsettling yet thrilling. It marked the beginning of a dance neither of us had been prepared for. As days passed and our encounters became more charged, I felt the thrill of a secret romance blossoming among the backdrop of our shared grief. But soon the weight of our actions settled heavily on me. Jet began to retreat, his lure dimming and his smiles fading. I overheard him sharing his feelings with his friend Bryson one afternoon, revealing his vulnerability and confusion. I love her, but it feels wrong. I need to find myself without her. Those words pierced my heart like adaga, making me realize that while I thought I was uplifting him, I was entangling him in a web that felt increased and suffocating. The tension crescendoed when Jet finally confronted me, his voice trembling with hesitation. Clara, I need space. I can't figure out who I am when you're around. My heart broke at the admission, but I knew deep down that I had to respect his request, even if it felt like pulling apart a tapestry woven from years of love. And those quiet days apart, a sense of loss enveloped me. Reflected on our journey, realizing how our bond had morphed from familial love into something more complicated. I reached out to my longtime friend Rebecca, who patiently listened to my heartache. She reminded me that real love allows for growth, even if that growth sometimes means stepping back. Armed with newfound clarity, I decided to write yet a heartfelt letter. Every word flowed from a place of remorse and understanding. As I apologized for kissing him, acknowledging its impact on his journey, I promised to be there for him while also giving him the space he said desperately needed. Writing that letter was cathartic. It felt like lifting a burden off my chest. Weeks rolled by, and just when I was beginning to lose hope, Jet returned the letter I had written, still clenched tightly in his hands. We sat together in the soft glow, the setting sun streaming through the living room window, our gazes locking with an intensity that made my heart race. I've been thinking a lot, Heffel said, his voice steady but laced with uncertainty about us and what we've been through. I held my breath, fear and anticipation tangling within me. It was a pivotal moment that could shape our futures. I don't expect things to go back to what they were, but I want you to know that I'm here for you, whatever you need, I replied, my heart open and vulnerable. To my relief, a tentative smile spread across Jet's face. I want to find a way forward, Clara. I missed the bond we had, but I also need to discover who I am outside of that connection. The honesty hung in the air, wrapping us in a warmth that felt safe yet exhilarating. Together we acknowledged the importance of navigating this new chapter with sensitivity, patience and then wavering love we held for one another. With each shared moment moving forward, we learned to embrace both our individuality and our connection, allowing it to evolve naturally. So if you found this story resonating with your own experiences of love and growth, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Your support fuels me journey, Jay, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever faced a situation that blurred the lines of love and friendship? How did you handle it? Share your stories in the comments below. I can't wait to read them.